stasera, come avete già detto dal titolo, siamo in una live con nuovo gioco e niente, controlliamo se siamo in onda e partiamo subito. Però ci siamo, perché so che va tutto. Devo solo testare l'audio, che è la cosa che mi preoccupa, che potrebbe non andare. Però se mi si carica YouTube, porco due, caricati, bravo YouTube. Testiamo, sta andando. Ok, va tutto, pronto. Let's go. Aspettate, sto regolando le ultime cose. Nel frattempo avvicino un po' il microfono. Ecco, metto qui in mezzo. Inoltre mi sono preso tutte le impostazioni, quelle, come si dice, c'è il volante proprio. Quindi yeah. Va bene, va. Va bene. Ah, ci siamo. Va? Ok. Controller va. Io direi che facciamo direttamente la campagna. Partiamo da qua. Va bene, partiamo.
Does the color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot.
Perché?
When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills, and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, It'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful. Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up. So, I flew up, straight up, through the clouds, higher into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw Osia's fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. Doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Right. You should have put in my best with you, piece of junk. Should have built a deterrent too.
Church Assault.
Is everyone here?
Yeah.
Settle down. I said settle down. You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Usea as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site. Here's your mission. It's possible that the Usian ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade. As of today, the Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert. All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft. Then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land. If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that? There's smoke! We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead. What? How is that possible?
The tank farm to the north has been bombed!
Many injured.
Scramble! All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base. This is not a drill.
Ok. Vabbè. Let's go. FC16. Allora, sto giocando.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Dai, mi sta iniziando a piacere questo gioco. Adesso
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many. Let's clear that runway. Golem Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron.
Ci escono i suoi soggetti.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. The situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Sì.
Hear that? Golem Squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with Mage 1. Mage 2 altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties. Time to stop the bullshit. Mage 2, form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Golem 4 understood.
Ok, mi ricordo già.
This is the AWAC Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Wilco. Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element. You gotta keep an eye out for enemy bombers.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy.
Ce ne sono altri. Vai.
They're way overhead. Let's go introduce ourselves.
Harbor fuel storage is intact. It's asking for another round. All escorts form up for another attack. Point is 835.
Watch out for the support aircraft.
What's your six? Bandit!
Start.
Fox 2! Fox 2!
Specie.
Enemy support eliminated. Let's
No,
make
no,
the
no,
job
no.
easier. Destroy the target.
No, ho sbagliato. Ok, non ho effettuata. Chissà. Ok.
Target lock! Firing!
It didn't connect.
Ok, ancora.
Mage 2 locked. Missile connected. Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2. Mage 2, target's in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet. Trigger, don't forget your special weapon.
Assai.
Mage 2, target down.
Assai.
You'll knock him out with your special weapon. Use it when you need to.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Quanto stanno?
Not too shabby, Mage 2. But you still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece. Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Got you now. There, Trigger, settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Wilco. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your six covered, sir.
Radio.
Non va. Non vedeva solo.
Bandit evaded the attack!
Ok. Ok, fallito. One, right.
Target is down.
Attaboy, Trigger.
This is HQ. Attention all combat groups. Are there any drones? Verify.
Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass.
Eccolo. Vai.
UAVs. Can you tell them it's
No.
on?
Mannaggia. E vai. Vai.
Mage 2, walking.
Harbor facilities and carrier destroyed. Accomplished.
Dai, pensiamo che sia bello.
Emptying of on hangars and runways. Don't let them destroy the harbor.
Ok, ok.
Where the hell are our fighters? The harbor's under heavy fire.
Mannaggia.
I'm on my target.
Dov'è? Oh.
Hand it on your face.
Io non lo so come fare. Quindi ora faccio una manovra evasiva.
Lock on.
Ecco qua. Con questa manovra mi sono così entusiasta. Ok, sono qua proprio. Dove sono in altissimo. Monte il MiG 21 che devo pigliare.
Missile fired. Evading.
Dai, please, fatto. Posto. Vai.
Mage 2's bandit confirmed down.
They can burn with their whole payload.
Distrutto quello? Giusto.
Hesitating for a split second could be the
Dai,
difference between life
dai.
and death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
Non so cosa fare, non so uffa. Non me la si dà. Ok, abbiamo spento il motore. Ora boom. Piano. Ok. Ecco. E aggancio. Ok, agganciato. A posto. Manovra evasiva riuscita. Ah, e ora passiamo anche quello. Dai. Destroy. Destroy. Manovra evasiva. Ok, motore spento. E aggancio. Dentro.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Giusto? Esatto.
One remaining.
Distrutto.
Mage 2, keep your focus. You got this.
E dai. Dai.
To go.
Ok. Finita la prima parte. GG guys. Ok, allora facciamo un attimo riposare perché è un po' difficile. Vi dico, molto bello il gioco da molti punti di vista, bello, ve lo consiglio. Sì, costa tipo 70 euro, ma compresa con il simulatore, cioè non avete idea, troppo bello. È una roba che vi assicuro che dovete provare. Vabbè, riprendiamo.
Solomon Mage, job well done. All bombers are down.
Aspettate che non si è
Our radar
scollegato.
shows no sign of...
Ok, ci risono.
Bandits, you're in the clear.
Ok, let's go. Mission
Good going,
complete.
Mage 2. Flight commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Column Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
What's the deal with all the drones?
Column 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
The briefing. Vado ad arrivare ragazzi.
I am Princess Rosa Cosette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Citizens of Erusia.
Ok, Ellie, Golem 4 ed Ellie Golem 3.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2,
Io vedrò
clear
un
for
po' di
takeoff.
nel frattempo vedo
The situation is
sempre
tight.
nuova.
It's a hell of a welcoming party, but we have faith in you. Good luck.
Control, do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Hear that? Column Squadron and your wingmen are airborne. Take off and form up with Mage 1. Mage 2 altitude restriction is lifted. Good luck.
The carrier. Oh, looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Can't have any more casualties.
Ok,
Time
ci
to stop the
sono.
bullshit.
Si sente?
Mage 2,
Controllate
Mage
se
1.
sente
All
o no.
aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Golem 4, understood.
Ok, dai.
This is the AWACS Sky...
GG.
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
Ah, stiamo andando. Grazie Jump. Grazie Giampolone che da bravissima persona mi guarda le live. Grazie. Però potevi avvisare che eri tu. Pensavo che eri un tizio a caso. Pensavo che era Paolo. Paolo super finotto. E allora che? Prossima missione. Let's go.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Usea, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Usea, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Ocean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Usian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN. Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Ocean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
The world was screwed. 20 years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid. Usea was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oceans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Usians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usea, paid for by the Oceans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer. In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived.
Okay.
I crashed in a bombed-out Ocean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye. I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusia, on the opposite side of the Usian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt. The whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape. They found out, and set the dogs on me.
Change the enemy. Ok. Aspettate, mo di nuovo si è disconnesso il controllo.
Erusia has made a declaration to the Ocean Federation and all countries on the Yusian continent stationing the IUN peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusia are currently appearing throughout Yusia. The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent. We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them. They should not pose much of a threat. However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Cosa devo fare allora? Andare alla base, distruggere e poi devo solo distruggere, semplice. Allora, GT vehicle. Ok, tutto facile. L'albero degli aerei. Ah, si può sbloccare nuovi aerei? No. Quanto avevo ragione. 50.000. Questo non so, anche questo è bello, ma non è abbastanza PRM. A posto. Vabbè, iniziamo la missione.
Squadron, sortie, ASAP.
Vai. Let's go. Vabbè.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Locked.
Target has been destroyed.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Get the radar vehicle out of there!
We don't have any anti-air weaponry in place yet. It's popping off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Oh,
Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle!
They've got their anti-air guns aimed right at us.
Exterminate! Being attacked by enemy aircraft! We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility. Don't get some fighters, so the whole base is gone!
Mage 2, target destroyed.
What's the permission to move the vehicle? We can't wait any longer. We need interceptors now.
Box 2.
Locked.
destroy.
The enemy's barely resisting. This is easy money, so grab it while you can.
Destroy.
Missile
Right.
launched.
Target has been destroyed.
Destroy. Okay.
Shit. Where are the damn interceptors?
Destroy. Destroy. Destroy.
Mage 2, enemy has a lock on you.
Up.
Nearest airbase hasn't got any fighters.
Mage 2, missile launch.
Radar vehicles are under fire! Can we move them?
Next.
Don't ice up in there.
Oh, male. Ripreso. Mannaggia, mannaggia.
I'm iced up.
Box 2.
Don't ice up in there.
Ok, ora non sto più capendo un cavolo.
Missile launched.
Destroy. Destroy.
Target has been destroyed.
destroy.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion.
Manna.
Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
Move the enemy aircraft away from the base. Missile closing. Check.
Fox 2! Fox 2! Hostile on your tail.
Page 2, Fox 2.
We're 6 enemies.
Hostile eliminated.
2 targets remain.
Allora, se non si sistema sto fatto, io
That radar was just about to go online. Push the plan forward too fast. The base was too far from Allied territory. Trigger, there's one more to go.
oh oh,
Protect the radar vehicles! Return fire!
che figata. Posto.
Range 2 enemy has a lock on you.
Locked. Miss. That's a miss.
Evading enemy missiles.
Range 2 has crashed.
Niente. Sì. Checkpoint. Ah, adatto.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
Perché ci vedo
No point
alto.
arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
E ritorno su.
Ground target destroyed.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Get the radar vehicle out of there! The radar vehicle's
Ah, cavolo,
It's popping off now,
ok.
Trigger.
Riesci
War
a
has officially begun.
Boom.
Mage 2,
Destroy.
missile away.
Caution, missile!
Enemies locked on! Starry, being attacked by enemy aircraft! We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
Move the enemy aircraft away from the base.
A posto, allora, boom. Ok, manovra evasiva.
The enemy's barely resisting. This is easy money, so grab it while you can.
Boom. Boom. E ora boom.
Page 2, locked.
Range 2 enemy has a lock on you. Missile inbound, evade! Where's our support? If we don't get some fighters soon, the whole base is gone!
missile launch.
No!
Did H2 seriously go down?
Ma dai.
The current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry.
Let's go.
Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Get the radar vehicle out of there!
It's popping off now, Trigger. War has officially begun.
Mage 2, APC destroyed. Target eliminated.
It's an air raid. We're being attacked by enemy aircraft.
The enemy's barely resisting. This is
We're using the containers now. Those weapons are meant for tactical flexibility.
Stall warning. Stall warning. Stall warning. Stall warning. Stall warning.
Locked.
1, 2.
For support! If you don't get some fighters soon, the whole base is gone! Clear the enemy aircraft away from the base!
3.
Lockdown hostile.
The anti-air radar vehicle's been destroyed! We're going for the radar car!
They've got their anti-air guns aimed right at us. H2 is blast abandoned.
Target destroyed. 5 to go.
Get the fighters out there! Protect the radar vehicle!
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
We'll go. Here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IMF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
2 targets remaining.
That radar was just about to go online! We pushed the plan forward too fast. The base was too far from Allied territory.
Lockdown bandit. Column 3, Fox 2.
The enemy has a lock on you, H2.
All aircraft, residential area is below you.
Stall warning.
Enemy on your ass!
Stall warning.
Good work, Trigger. The enemy's a lovely pile of scrap.
Fire! Evading!
Target eliminated.
Boom.
Locked on.
Column 3, Fox 2. Bandit has a lock. Why don't they withdraw? What? They gonna bring their buddies back from the dead?
H2, bandit on your tail.
Evading enemy missile! It didn't connect.
Don't ice up in there.
Protect
mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lock-on to their targets, too.
We aim over clear ground. It's code 3. You have to bail out now.
Golem 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now. Hostile on your tail.
Box 2.
Wait, so you want us to take down the enemy without damaging any public facilities? That's gonna be a circus.
Locked.
Column 3. Box 2.
Alright, clean up that last radar vehicle. There's nothing in your way.
Ok, ci risuonava praticamente. Devo sistemare sto fatto del joystick.
Now.
Altrimenti non posso giocare in salvataggio.
Mage 2, missile away.
Caution. Pull up. Caution.
Target in gun range.
Trigger, there's one more to go.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work.
Oh, to see the Erusians' faces now.
Boom.
Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Shred the radar network. No, they're not linked to the radar vehicle. Launch manually. Redo the setup.
Targets on major guns.
Here's some feedback for those poor merchants. Write your manuals in a language we can understand.
Enemy transports are taxiing.
Mage 2, missile away. 3 targets remaining.
Get away from that vehicle! Now!
Locked.
Launch preparations complete. Bolts are free. Whenever you're ready.
Stand clear, 15 meters. UAVs ready to launch. Away.
E allora? Di nuovo.
What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogeys on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being
I
launched.
droni.
You're cleared to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be some trouble.
Missile inbound.
Well spotted, clown. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Column 1, that doesn't matter. Destroy all enemy fighters and get out.
It doesn't matter. He's saying the war can change in an instant. Get over it. Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning.
Ma.
Golem 2, the enemy's reading you. Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah. Golem Squadron, you're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
Locked.
Strike.
Feels like I'm riding a roller coaster up here.
Destroy.
I'll buy a dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy. He's not getting away.
There's a bar I want to try.
You're doing good. Just 2 more.
damaged.
Ma no, questi cose vanno veloci. Non so che.
The aircraft is icing up. I'm getting a warning.
Get out of the clouds. The ice will melt. This one's mine. Golem Squadron, surround him.
Where'd he go?
UAV confirmed down. One to go. Let's get through this without any casualties.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days. You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
A posto. GG.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done on the facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Complete our vehicle out of there!
It's popping off now, Trigger. War has officially begun.
Let's go. Da baby.
You've given us air superiority by destroying their radar. The first barrier keeping us from retaking the space elevator is gone. Now is the time to group up and begin the counteroffensive. Let us reclaim what is ours.
Ok, a posto. Va bene. GG man. Ora vuoi vedere se posso prendere il nuovo aereo, perché mi piace.
The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier, Kestrel 2, was at sea, so it was spared from the attack. Kestrel 2 is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely. However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Gray's Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Ocean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal Birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us. We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
Ok, devo distruggere. Semplice. Vediamo se posso prendere un nuovo aereo. Ok, ci risono, scusate. Basta. Poi però come deficiente ho scritto circolare. Questo? Vai, aereo, yeah, nuovo aereo. Lo so, è un bel gioco, sì, ma tranquillo che tra poco anche su Fortnite facciamo una live. Ora vi dico, mi converrebbe prendere questo e poi questo qui e poi l'8A che è ancora migliore, così ho sbloccato tutto. Ok, sì, vai, ora vedi un po' il gioco com'è. Nel caso te lo prendi, ci giochiamo insieme in quelli online. Non costa tanto, tipo 50 euro. Ok. Mo solo 5.000, ho scritto poveraccio, mamma mia. Ah, 70 euro. Ma aspettate, fatemi controllare quanto costa. Aspetta, allora. Io mi ricordo che quando lo comprai io, ovvero 2019, 70 euro. Ice Combat 7. Come Simo? 18 euro da PlayStation 4. È da Amazon, quindi assicurato. Ti mando anche lo screen se non ci credi. Poi Simone, cioè cavolo, mettiti una fotoprofilo. Eccoti qua, appunto, se non ci credi, 17 da Amazon, quindi io ho assicurato, io questo Amazon l'ho preso, Voglio vedere la foto e poi ne riparliamo, sì, ma vai. Qual è quello nuovo, l'FC o l'F14D? No, non mi ricordo. Ma tu vedi la PS4 da Amazon, oh. Non stai a vedere quant'è che costa, cioè. Oh mio Dio, costa pochissimo. No, ma questo è buonissimo. Ci va. Dici? Boh. Vabbè, ma anche scusa se è usato, quale sarebbe il problema? Cioè, nessuno è usato, non è che probabilmente potrebbe durare di meno, ma cioè niente di sta. Ok, a posto. Sortita.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete.
Ah, questo è due. Cioè sono due persone. Quello era mono. Questo doppio. €24. Buon per te. Io mi sono comprato anche il coso. Aspetta, ma ti mando anche la foto di come ce l'ho. Perché cioè, fa anche ridere un po'. Comunque madonna, ma tu il telefono non lo tieni proprio, cioè guarda. Che prestazione, all'occhiello. Va bene, vai. Ah, ma lo faccio io. Ah, a posto.
Mage 2, specified altitude reached. Restrictions lifted. Good luck.
Va bene.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco. Mage 1 to Gollum 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other guys
ora
what
poi
went
ti
wild
gioco
and
per
get dirty.
giocare da bravo pro player.
Once you hit one of them, stick to it like glue. Don't let them out of your sights, even in the clouds. And so, your first hunting season begins.
Testiamo. Mancavo. Oh, ho speso tantissimi soldi.
Mage 2, walking.
Però se lo vado in 50, oh, sembrerebbe un po' difficile. Sto pezzo di energia.
If you can't evade a missile, use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move, even if you're in a 9G turn.
Guarda, Simone. Esatto, la guerra in Afghanistan. Vabbè, ma quindi dopo vieni e gioca su Fortnite, vero? Credo di sì,
He's mine, he's not getting away.
What the fuck? Ok. Ok, va bene, allora io vado. Tra poco ci vengo. Faccio un po' di compagnia. Ok, riprendo la foto. No, aspetta, ragioniamo un po'. Manga. Dove vai? Dove vai davvero? Oh, porco due, gli vado. No, aspetta. Ora li smitraglio, guarda. Li smitraglio. Ok, va bene, io lascio. Se volevo. Gli va. Oh, ma no. E che aveva quella. Una sorta di coraggio. E che fa?
Mage 2, walking.
Paolo Super Pinocchio.
Looks like they We weren't ready for a fight. Bandit has a lock.
Facciamo del po'.
Missile away.
Starvi, ci sono delle sopra.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Sono arrivo. E vai,
I haven't
bravo.
even broken a sweat. Missile incoming. Evade!
Oh!
What the hell?
Caution, missile!
Caution! A large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert.
Si è cagato in Si è cagato in bagno apposta. Ok, qua è successo qualcosa. Sì. Che cosa è sta cosa? Ah. Allora per tecnologia.
We just learned that Eruzia is...
Niente. Niente, si è di nuovo scollegato il dual.
utilizing the Arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock. Break, now!
We're just waiting for mission command.
Oh,
We'll live through this, Trigger.
ci conto.
These guys are definitely a step above the last drones.
Destroy.
Guys, will go down easy.
Madonna. Oh,
All aircraft, no change in game plan. Destroy the Arsenal bird.
ok, buono saperci. Comunque questi non sono i talebani. Cioè, non sono i talebani. Di qua c'è una guerra, ci segue un po' la trama, che cavolo. Fortnite.
Roger that.
Ok.
Locked on target.
Missile. Passo in mano. Oh! Niente, ha ammazzato un...
Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Status?
Verifying the situation.
Bandits are fast as hell.
Column 2, missile, evade!
Evading!
Distrutto.
This is column 3, column 2's hit. Status report.
Boom. Boom, madonna,
Shit,
oh.
column 2, do you copy?
This is Golem 2.
No, se smitraio sbaglio perché
Drones.
ho i missili a ricezione adatti. Questo è meglio. Madonna la base. Ok, allora, ho capito una cosa.
Skeleton
Ok, ho
3
un
is
missile
lost.
dietro.
Where's that report? Continue to
Non
maintain
puoi
air
capire,
superiority.
non puoi
HQ,
capire.
what's happening?
Skykeeper,
Okay.
I repeat, maintain air superiority.
È là. È la
What the
base.
hell? Caution. All aircraft, stay alert.
Breaking!
Skeleton 2
Che
lost.
tecnologia è questa? Ah,
Skeleton Squadron is down. We've had too many losses. All squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
no, sono troppi. Tirato.
Save your chatter for the debriefing.
Troppi.
Golem and Mage Squadron,
Fratello,
tell our allies in time to
compagno
escape.
posto in aereo.
We'll go, but column 2's hit. Gotta send her back.
Allora,
Let's get
faccio
dirty,
la monaca
Trigger.
d'evasione. Signor Genato.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Column 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort
sì.
Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in for me. I'm back and I...
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your
Per
head.
le mie conversazioni.
Copy that. Returning home.
Aereo di lì, quello che ne so, io sono solo dei sogni universali, sono solo le mie missioni, non c'è niente dell'altro.
Targeting gun range. Mage 2, UAV down.
Guarda, sti giorni qua cosa vanno a fare? Aspetta, vi faccio vedere il mio duty.
Retreating aircraft. Leave the AO. Allies will hold off pursuit.
Oh.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron. Squadron. Hang in there and come back safe.
Aspetta, cominci a non andare. No, non dire.
Got one in my sights.
Non me ne vado senza la mia famiglia. Penso che il resto in live.
Page 2, walking.
That's it, Trigger. They're machines. Don't show any mercy.
More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
Non sono giocatori veri, sono bot. Cioè, questa è la storia, non è vero il gioco. Non hai capito? Sì, vabbè, comunque sono bravi. Comunque un po' di online l'ho fatto, magari ho fatto che volevo fare l'online.
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now. Attack.
One back. 50-30.
Gargoyle 1, caution,
No,
missile!
30, oh. Oh, 30 di più posso
Skykeeper,
30.
Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell?
Oh.
Golem 2, status report.
Ok, questa te la lascio per buona.
Just talk to me.
Questa te la lascio buona, sono fatti come il cibo in Africa. Ma infatti non è il fatto di essere fatti, ci sono tantissimi.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run.
C'è come? Paolo moltiplicato per tipo 100. Paolo per 100 spamma così, cioè normale, ma perché sono tanti, io sono uno. Perché alla fine io sto per lavoro, poi sono solo la predisposizione.
Fox 2.
Yowza.
Oh no.
Golem 4, Fox 2.
Ma
Those
sono sta
UAVs off
brutto.
of France.
Sì, sì, ho fatto il ragionamento, mi è uscito il coso. Là, boom boom.
Not on my watch.
Page 2, UAV down. Keep it up, buddy.
Madonna.
We'll let you take it easy next time.
I'm dead meat.
Cosa sono? Vai, saluto.
I don't get it. Why is it opening
Aeroplanex.
fire? I'm scared.
Ecco qua, ok, ho fatto il saluto reale.
Not good. Brownie, break off.
Va bene. E ora? Ok, bersaglio acquisito.
Going for the loner.
Fox. Già li mitraglio un po'.
An ally's hit. Column engage. Move in to provide support.
Let's move. They're ours.
Targeting gun range.
Simone, che a i family friendly se ne sta andando, Simone.
Mage Squadron, you're going toe-to-toe with the UAVs. Good work.
Hell of a good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
I'm grateful you're around.
Golem 2, what's your status?
MQ
Status
101.
report.
Sarà MQ 104 era meglio.
Golem 2, get a hold of yourself. Golem 2, get away from the enemy.
Mage 2, support!
Ah,
Somebody!
niente. Dai. Non so.
Golem 2, lost.
Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got Brownie?
I'm afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry.
Hurry up. I know. All we can do is fly away as fast
Mi
as we
faccio
can.
danno. Aspetta, ma quello è lui.
Take off my ass.
Tied up now. Trigger, can you help him?
Mage 2 is taking on multiple UAVs.
Getting out of here.
Shut the
Spicca.
input.
Spicca.
All UAVs have been splashed.
I said what I had to say. About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, withdraw.
Ok, adesso giusto un po'. Ah, missione compiuta. GG's man. Ah, si ritirano.
Beach 2, we have you on radar. You are cleared for approach. The deck is clear. Beach 2, you are cleared for landing. 3,000 to carrier. Lower your speed.
Aereo più speed.
Your approach looks good. Stay on course.
Ok, allora, se faccio l'atterraggio, yeah. Se non faccio l'atterraggio, boh.
Perfect, Mage 2.
Ok.
I knew you'd be back. Now return to base.
Pilota provetto. Vediamo un po'.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other bases squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action.
GG, guys. GG.
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a failure. The aircraft carrier Kestrel II was sunk during the attack on Farbanti. Carrier-borne aircraft mistakenly bombed urban areas, and this has turned public opinion in neutral countries against us. Our own forces also suffered heavy losses. If it weren't for a few extraordinary fighters, many of us wouldn't have made it home. The situation is grim. We have precious little time, however. We have to get to the space elevator.
Va bene. Signor, sì signore. Oh. Quanto ci ho guadagnato? Ah. Prossima missione.
Here he comes.
Dopo questa vengo su Fortnite.
Mihai's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15 and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age. The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many G's he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
How penal is this penal unit, you ask? This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing the stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Aruja's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Aruja lost the war, how come they... satellite. Because someone over there was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osia's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back. When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Erusian princess rallying her people on the Erusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and workers alike. When the princess said something, you could tell she meant every word. Lately, she'd been having more fun with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a virus. Whenever she'd point out stuff that was wrong with Osia, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osia was, it was the prisoners. They'd shout, "Burn Osia down." No way am I just gonna sit here and rot away in this hellhole. Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes to trick Erusia, I'm gonna build one that'll really take off. You can count on that.
Research. Research, boh? Non è che si dice. Boh.
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator. Osia's former president, Mr. Harling. Mr. Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke out. He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However, according to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape. Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. It's likely a large squadron would be detected. We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after. A number of anti-air radars have been set up around the space elevator. However, our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatapura, so we can elude the enemy's observation. There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden from their radar. If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced to abort the mission. The lone pilot will head up this strategy as you, Trigger. After you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support. Provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out there, everyone.
Ok, ci risono. Ci risono. Voglio vedere una cosa rara degli aerei. Quanto ho io? Esperimenti. Ah, prima 79.000. Scopre questo che è quello super solido. Supersonico. c'è questo. Oh, c'è la priorità. E questo invece cosa fa? Non lo so, proprio per la F. Vabbè raga, io vi dico che per oggi possiamo concludere qui questa live e ci vediamo domani con il continuo di questo gioco. Ora portiamo la live su Fortnite. Ciao!